everyone, this is Krissy from Krissy's Let's Plays, and this is my first time doing a Sims 3 speed anything, like speed build, speed renovation, whatever. In this case, this is a renovation. I am remodeling a medieval themed nursery. This is from my Sims 3 medieval themed family called the Clearance, and that's why it looks dark and drabby. Originally, like before I started renovating, you noticed that it was really dark, and that's because I was trying to keep to like historical medieval lighting, I guess. I don't know if you noticed on the wall over there on the side, but there was just candles on the walls, and that was all the lighting in the nursery. I know it's really hard to stay 100% accurate in The Sims 3 when you're trying to do something historical, so I realized that, and I decided to put in that chandelier, if you could see it through the floor. I just realized that as much as medieval stuff that I actually managed to put into this game, getting things 100% accurate in this game isn't going to be 100% accurate. It's just not possible. So I decided to go along with a medieval fantasy theme with this household instead. So that's what I'm doing. That's why it's bright. That's why there's a chandelier in the nursery, which I never planned to do. But anyway, so if you noticed before I started rambling, there were 2 beds and 2... there were 2 cribs, 2, potties, I forget what they're called, like, potties, and 2 little nappy beds in the corner there. That's because my previous generation had, like, 3 sets of twins at 3 different times, so I had 2 of everything in this room, so that's why I decided to go ahead and remodel. And, oh gosh, the rugs. Okay, so the rugs, I had a hard time finding a fitting rug, something that looked like it was made medieval, or at least something that looked old or knitted or something. And in the end, after going through all these rugs, I decided on that lacy one. And oh gosh, I had a hard time like picking stuff up because every time I tried to pick something else up, it would think that I'm trying to pick up the rug, and I don't know why. It was annoying. I have actually a nursery rug upstairs in the kids' room that I could have used down here, but I didn't. So I decided that what I wanted to do to really decorate this room was just put a bunch of toys in here, toys that toddlers can actually play with. Because I know, you'll see in a few minutes that I tried to put in, like, the rocking horse from Supernatural. And then I remembered that toddlers can't use a rocking horse, so I put in instead a decorative rocking horse that isn't functional, but it looks cute. And I know, I put in some, like, medieval looking toys in here, too. Like, some of the stuff is custom content, like that nappy bed there. I don't know what to call it, like a blanket or something. That nap blanket thing is just, I'll explain that later. So anyway, so what I'm trying to do here is put a rug underneath that little bed. And it's impossible to do because all the rugs cover it. So I end up putting 2 tiles of, like, as you can see, like 2 flooring tiles down to make it look like it's a rug or something. And I go into, create a style and change the rug part into a different texture to make it look nicer. And, I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to say. I should have wrote this down. But yeah, here I am in create a style. So, since I already explained this, I can explain this real quick. So, the little nappy bed is a mod/object that I downloaded from Mod The Sims. Is really helpful. Instead of, like, putting your toddler to the crib, to sleep in the crib every day, they could actually put themselves to bed if you just have them go, like, sometimes they'll go and fall asleep on that thing by themselves. Like, you don't have to put them in the crib anymore. Like, if you have this thing, it's really awesome. It's really helpful because I feel like even though toddlers are still really young, they are somewhat more independent than a baby is, whereas a baby has to stay in a crib all the time. Well, with a toddler, they can do more, and so it's just so much easier to care for a toddler when they put themselves to sleep. So all you have to do is click on it. It's just like a bed. It pretty much functions like a bed. So you just click on it and you pick sleep, and they go to sleep. Like, they go to it, like they'll crawl to it or walk to it or whatever and go to sleep. So I picked that texture because I gave up. I really didn't want that texture, but I gave up on it for the rug. But anyway, so here I am. I am continuing to decorate with toys and stuff. And I'm trying to decide where I want to put that thing. I have that thing upstairs for the kids to use because I don't think toddlers can play with it. But I put it down here anyway just to fill the room up. I don't know. So you see this doll here and that rocking horse? That came with some other, not that rocking horse, that one's from Supernatural, but that one off to the side there. Those two toys are from like a medieval custom content set that I downloaded. They're not functional, they're decorative, but you know, and I'm trying to like find just a bunch of different toys to decorate the room with because there's still so much space because I don't have twins anymore. So I can... Oh gosh, the 3 sets of twins was crazy. I couldn't really decorate the room anyway because I had to have 2 of everything. But anyway, so here I am. I was like, I thought I had a castle dollhouse from Generations or Supernatural or something, but apparently I don't, so I just settled with that dollhouse instead. And I don't know why I paused. I must have like looked at Spotify or something. So here I am. I'm deciding that I should just move that thing back to the corner because I feel like that looks like the little learning center there because that's like that Simlish alphabet on the wall, and I put the dollhouse in the middle of the rug, and now it's starting to come together because for a while I felt like, wow, everything is just pushed up against the wall. And I did that because I know that there's always a whole lot of like traffic issues if you have like things blocking or the game thinks you're blocking stuff. so I just made sure to have a lot of stuff out of the way, and so that's why a lot of these toys are pushed up against the wall. I know it looks kind of tacky, but I checked it and pretty much I think they'll be good with getting to the toys and not having anything in the way. So now I'm decorating it with teddy bears. I wasn't sure if I should use teddy bears because the older kids have their own teddy bears as it is. And I didn't put one in the crib because I know you can put teddy bears in the crib, but I didn't this time because that crib being custom content, the bears don't really sit in there very well. So I didn't. So now I'm decorating the walls. This part's pretty interesting because I've never really decorated a nursery in The Sims because I never really felt like it was important enough because they don't stay babies and toddlers for very long. At least I don't set them as babies and toddlers very long because And I decided to like do different color, like I wanted pops of colors because the wall is gray and stone because it's medieval times, and in medieval times the first floor of a building was typically made of stone, and then the top part was made of like I forget what it was called, but you know, the white frame. There's a reason for that, and yeah, I just use what I've learned from medieval architecture and applied it to this house. So I'm decorating the walls with like colorful stuff and toys. And here I am trying to, oh, this is the end of the video. Here I am trying to grab the chandelier and it didn't work. So yeah, screenshots. So after I built this room or whatever, the game crashed and I had to go through and put everything back So some of the pictures, or some of the items in the pictures might look misplaced or whatever and different, that's why. So anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think of it, because I am trying to get this Let's Play channel going again. So until the next video, see you later, bye!